1963, North Epping was a suburb on the go. In the 1950s, a boom in construction had occurred to answer the ever-increasing need for housing in Sydney. What once was farmland was subdivided and developed into residential streets. With the building boom came an influx in young families and the need to create family-friendly facilities in the area. In the leafy suburbs of North Epping, a community united in the spirit of sportsmanship and camaraderie gave birth to a club that would stand the test of time. Let's take a brief journey through some significant moments in the creation of the North Epping Rangers Sports Club that we know today. In March 1963, there was a letter drop to everyone in the suburb, inviting them to a meeting in the vestry of All Saints Church. A handful of fathers and enthusiastic young boys, under the guidance of the Gladesville Hornsby Football Association, gathered on the 10th of April 1963. Here, the North Epping Rangers football team was created. The members borrowed £20 from the GHFA to start the club. Two Scotsmen, recent immigrants, attending the meeting, hoping to have an all-age team, which was a little too ambitious at the time. However, the pair gave inspiration to the club's colours, and in April, the North Epping Rangers team took to the field in the black school shorts and distinctive tangerine t-shirts. There was conflicting recollections of the North Epping Rangers name, but the story goes that Jeff Lee, club president for 3 years from 1967, organised the naming rights for NER from Glasgow Rangers in Scotland. The club had no previous connections, but Glasgow responded, giving permission for their lion rampart symbol to be used by NER. John DeJoya rounded up enough boys aged 7 to nearly 9 and started one of the first teams. Although some of the boys were too old to play in the under-8s, the association registered them regardless. The mix of ages wasn't seen as an issue, as no one expected the team to win. However, Murphy's Law prevailed, and the team did win the season. Given some players were over age, the boys were given pennants rather than the trophy. In true North Epping form, enthusiastic players and plenty of parental support saw the North Epping Rangers field 6 teams in the second season and 9 the following year. North Epping Rangers netball was born in 1964 when Daphne Baker saw the success of soccer, so decided to create sporting opportunities for girls in the area. At that time, the sport we now recognise as netball was known as basketball. Daphne Baker approached the Ryde Eastwood Women's Basketball Association, which was happy to take a team from North Epping. She promoted a meeting in the North Epping Progress Association newsletter. 23 women and girls joined the initial conversation. Mrs. McGuigan offered to coach and expected 2 to 3 teams. But on the first afternoon of training, 56 girls arrived. By 1966, there were 8 teams in the netball competition. The netball committee was granted permission to use the club's name and tangerine and black colours. But netball was not officially part of the North Epping Rangers. The football club helped netball purchase the roll of material for their uniforms. Finally, on the 11th of September 1967, the women won their 2-year battle when it was agreed to have the football and netball groups amalgamate. So, on the 9th of October 1967, the North Epping Rangers Sports Club was born, marked with the lion rampart being stamped onto the netball uniforms. The Rangers soccer team had a strong showing in 1970 with 5 championships and 5 premier teams. And in 1972, netball saw 5 championship-winning teams as well. Over the years, the North Epping Rangers has had many successful teams across football, netball, and a variety of other sports over the decades. And while we celebrate the club's and team's successes and proud history, North Epping Rangers is most proudly a strong community club that revels in fair play and camaraderie. By the 1970s, the club had become the heart and soul of the North Epping community. A Rangers notice board was erected at the local petrol station, notifying the community of club events including the annual dinner dance, club picnics, and the annual presentation day. A family picnic was held in the 1960s, using a venue at Galston, and then later moved to St Ives Showgrounds. as there were no facilities to cater for all of the families at the North Epping Oval at the time. Families brought picnics with them, and they held three-legged races and soccer games. The fathers versus the sons soccer game and the march past were highlights from the festivities. The first North Epping Rangers presentation parade started in 1974. The teams lined up at Rowley's Corner, the junction of Norfolk and Moulton Roads, outside the original North Epping post office. Some 500 players took part, led off by the Epping District Scottish Pipe Band. Throughout the years, the parade and presentation day has become a highlight of the North Epping community calendar, ending the sporting season with a bang and fireworks. In 1975, after much lobbying by the NER committee, Hornsby Council built the North Epping Rangers clubhouse, canteen, change rooms, and amenities block. Ron Payne, club resident and later the mayor of Hornsby Council, assisted with steering it through council. The club donated $5,000 for the cost of the building. This was a significant financial contribution for a community club at the time. By this time, there were more than 600 players in the club. The opening of the clubhouse saw a parade through the streets of North Epping, led by a car and piper band, past the shops, down Moulton Road, and ending in a celebration at the newly built clubhouse. Creating a home place for the teams, the canteen provided more funding for the club, and today, North Epping Oval and the clubhouse remain NER's home and heart. As part of the club's 50th anniversary celebrations, the Oval and Clubhouse saw a 60s themed cocktail party, amongst other community celebrations. It was an opportunity for founding members of the club to join club families, players and supporters, and celebrate the history and community they helped build from the club's humble beginnings in 1963. The 50th anniversary magazine was created by a team of community volunteers, the only known holistic historical record for North Epping Rangers. The magazine is a compilation of personal stories and recollections, photos and documentation, making up the rich history of the North Epping Rangers. It celebrates the characters, the families, the highs, the lows, and some significant events that embody NER. And now, a decade on, we come together to celebrate 60 years of community sport and camaraderie, reflecting on where we come from and looking forward to what lies ahead for North Epping Rangers Sports Club.